Yeah, sure. So if you were able to give, let's say you were able to be in a situation, well, we were in a situation where within the tax system, you could give up 50% of your income, right? But it would give a baseline for everybody else. Like everybody would have health care, everybody would have a place to live, everybody could eat. Would you be willing to give up 50% of your income?
Would I be willing to give up 50%?
Hmm.
And then that means everybody be able, yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Um, what you if 50% of my income can do all that,
Yeah.
what the fuck is
If we all
50%?
right, right, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm still, you ain't nothing but nobody that ate off of that can see me. You know what I mean? That's just too much money.
Oh, so it allows you to because you was yeah. No, I get it. I wouldn't say that I wouldn't give up 50% myself. I think that I would actually I would give up because then you know what I mean. It would the financial sector would also like the cost of houses, cost of goods, everything would you know what I mean level itself off so that 50% that you still have is still worth.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. I
I
think
would
that it
do it.
makes sense.
I mean, you, you talk about everybody in this country.
Hmm.
How much money do I have?
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's not that big of
It's
an
not that big of a deal.
right, right, right.
And if I got that much left, if if whatever I was doing, I must have been doing something right. Yeah,
I'm
I'm
talking
gonna
about
go.
all people though. That's what I'm saying. We all were able to give up 50%. I'm talking about what you make now. Everybody they raise the
Oh,
tax rate to the 50% and everybody
oh.
gets the same. You know what I mean? Pretty much raising the floor for individual, for everybody, for society at large.
So you saying at what I make now?
Yeah, I ain't talking about you just got no whole bunch of money and then you know, I'm talking about like everybody we're gonna be taxed at 50% and it'll give everybody a certain it'll raise the floor for everyone to get rid of homelessness, to get rid of like people that go without food, all that stuff.
I don't make enough.
Hey, welcome
I
back
don't
to the
make
Who
enough.
You Talking To show. I am old head Rell. We got old head senior head. We're missing our brother Marquette this week, but it's cool. You know what I mean? He'll be here next week. Marquette in there doing his 70s. I told his wife to make sure she let me see a picture of him. Look like the 70s joint. He gonna have the fro with the bell bottoms and the hot top. I got to see it. I got to see it. But we here again, and I guess first off, how you feeling?
I'm kind of a space cadet mode right now.
Space cadet mode.
I don't know which way I'm going or coming. I don't
Yeah, I ain't gonna
know.
lie. I kind of feel the same a little bit. Like it's a little bit of a, I don't know, bless.
Mm,
It's a little bit of like,
thank you.
whatever we gonna do is whatever. You know what I mean? Let's go with the motion kind of day. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with some baby memes. We're gonna start with the memes. We're gonna start with the memes because this should get the vibes pumping, get the juices flowing before we get into the conversations that we have lined up for the day. And if I can remember what I'm doing, I'm over there. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and get the memes popped off. Let's put us over here, the stage there. Where I want to go first. We're gonna go. Oh, I know where I'm going first. Okay. So this is something that's like a big deal for those that it affects. And it says transgender women inmates will be transferred to male prisons as ordered by President Trump. So we saying you
I know what a transgender is.
okay. So what do you think about that?
Were they born men?
Yeah.
Sound like to me that's what the hell they supposed to be at.
Hey, it's some. I guarantee it's some dudes in the system that's gonna be pumped about this.
Mm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah,
It's some.
yeah,
They gonna be in
yeah,
there hype about this. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But then you also have to look at the negatives of it, which is probably it's probably gonna be an increase in like the rapes that go on in there.
yeah. But this is the thing, though, old head. If you if you transgender
Mm-hmm.
and you do some shit that caused you to go to prison,
Mm-hmm.
you wasn't too bright in the beginning.
I mean, what you mean? Just because you transgender, that doesn't mean that
You
commit
going
less
to a
crime.
male prison, you done changed all your shit over, and you a female, and you gonna do something that's gonna cause you to have to go in here with these males.
It's gonna be rough in there.
That can rape your ass at will, pretty much, and ain't nobody gonna do nothing about it.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty rough.
I mean, come on, how smart are you?
Well, I mean, at the same time, I think that we were also paying for inmates to get the cert while they were in too. That
Who
was
was paying for it?
That was the thing that we was doing on the left.
Oh shit!
They was using our tax dollars for stuff like that too.
That's why our president last name is Trump.
Well, you know something too, and I'm just gonna say this. All right, and I just have to say this. So there are, Trump was going to the different churches, and what would it was a specific denomination of Christianity that was he was going to and talking to, and you remember? I can't remember the name of their denomination.
It's not Mormon.
No,
it's
either way, we're not going. It's not that important. My thing is as a church going like Christian person, right? Mm-hmm. I'm a Christian person, and I voted for Donald Trump, and then I heard the man say that he don't think there's a way that he can get into heaven, right? At that point, you got to let the man go, because he believes that he can't even repent and get in
with all the shit that he
done. So you done something. I say release the files. The Epstein, I don't know what he did, unless he said he sold us all the way out. You know what I mean? Like, really, you know what I mean? Like, what did you do? That would be my thing. If you've done something so bad that you can't even repent and get in, that's a rough one to still ride with. Pause.
Yeah.
That's a rough one.
Yeah.
That's a rough one. I wouldn't necessarily myself.
I just couldn't imagine what I mean, you had to been doing something to babies or something to make you feel like that there's nothing you can do. And you ain't did it one or two times. You pretty much, that was pretty much one of your routines or something.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he ain't killed some. You know what I mean?
I don't know, but whatever he did, it's got to be crazy for you to feel like you don't have a way to, like, you know what I mean? If you can't see it, you can't get in. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I'm just thinking, like you. I'm at what point do you come to that conclusion? How much shit have you done
exactly
to that conclusion?
Yeah, I ain't got a way in.
There's no way I'm gonna be able to get in.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
And for you to say it, you gotta somewhat believe that there is such a place.
Yeah.
To make that comment, 100%. You got to believe that there is such a place.
And I think he said he feel like maybe he's in heaven now, like on earth.
Like he's in heaven on earth.
Yeah, maybe that's what.
That's what you're going with.
And this is not a political podcast, but I'm just saying, like, I just figured that was like something that's crazy to like still be on the side of.
Hmm?
Yeah.
If you're a Christian and somebody tell you that, and you're an intelligent Christian person, you got to stay away from that person. Because if you done so much stuff that you don't even believe that you can
get in.
Crazy. There's nothing you can do. Repenting, nothing. I don't know. And you got as much money as he got. You can fix a whole lot of problems with the kind of money he got.
True.
And you can fix all those problems and still.
Well, first off, he know he ain't finna fix.
We already know he's not. But I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, if he's done something he feel like it's that bad, he can do a whole lot for a whole lot of people with the kind of money he got. And you don't believe that you can do enough to get in.
Dog.
You done did some.
Some shit.
I'm good on that one.
And let's go to the next one. We ain't gonna spend too much time on that. Like I said, this ain't the political podcast. Y'all can tap in on Sundays at 6:30. We talk more than that, and then Wednesdays on Unpack at 9:30. Yeah, 9:30. The guys be getting into the weeds with it, and they got some meat and potatoes for you too. Let's see what this is. I don't remember which one this is.
Didn't you play that before?
Oh my gosh. I don't like it.
What's wrong?
I don't like it like that.
What's wrong with it?
I don't like it. I don't like.
Huh? One more time.
Oh my gosh. I don't like it.
What's wrong?
I don't like it like that.
What's wrong with it?
I don't like it. I don't like.
And what made me share this, right? You know what I mean? They taking his cast off. Apparently, it was broken and he's fine now.
Yeah.
And the post said, "Where is his dad? Where the dad's at?" You know,
where is his dad at?
Where's the dad's at? Yeah, where's his dad? Pretty much. The whole I don't like it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
and then in the comments they was talking about like with us judging men judging a little kid and da 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 da. To a certain extent, though, well, first off, I'm gonna tell you that like he's got some sisters, and you know what I mean he's around a lot of women, and maybe there is no male influence. And I'm not going with the y'all judge. No, bro, it's sugary. He's sugary. He got some sugar. He got some sugar in there. I don't see him having the real male influence. Bro ain't living in the crib. That's number one. There are certain things that you can see and hear young boys do, and you be like, oh yeah, bro, dad, that's his dad ain't really around. Yeah.
He could just be scared.
He's scared. They took his cast off.
I understand, but he's scared of what his arm looked like.
But it looks like it looked before it was broken.
No, it don't. When you you ain't broke. You ever had a cast on?
Yes.
Okay.
I had ankle
how did it look?
Surgery.
No.
I ain't no broke arm, but I broke my ankle.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's just
you broke you broke?
Your arm.
What you broke?
I done broke a few things, but I've seen people who have broke things and took them out of the cast. For one thing, one is bigger than the other. Noticeably, when you first take the cast off, because you couldn't use it. So it ain't, your muscles ain't reacting. So
no, I get that part. It's also the way you express yourself. So like
okay,
that's the part.
I heard that too. I heard that too. And I'm still gonna contribute. I'm gonna contribute that to
attribute.
Yeah, what I said, contribute. Okay, you're right. Attribute. I'm gonna attribute that to the fact that he was still scared.
I ain't getting scared into the ties and all that shit.
I'm not going.
You ain't going. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you.
Going. I still say he was scared.
Okay, that what you going with?
You know what I mean?
I ain't mad at you.
That ain't enough to get me over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he got a bonnet.
Okay, hey.
I think bro might have a bonnet.
Okay, you might be right.
Look, I could be wrong
right
too.
there in itself is not enough to make me swing the pendulum that far.
I get you. I ain't mad at it.
Okay. Did I say that word right?
Pendulum.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And we're gonna go to this.
When a woman tells a man thoughtfully and unsolicited, I thank you for how you provide for this family, protect this family, love this family, come home to this family, do for this family, be for this family. That woman turns into a little girl with pigtails, short skirt, and pom-poms. That man turns into a little boy, either playing basketball or hitting the t-ball. We have a little boy in us that wants to be celebrated, that wants to be cheered. And when we get it unsolicited, it hits different. It does. It hits different. Every man has a little boy in him that needs to be celebrated, not just once. He needs to be celebrated. When you putting up 37 points a game and you look over and like everybody's like, yeah, that's what you do. You score 17 touchdowns in a game. You look over to the side, and that's how we feel. When we're working, we're going out, we're doing everything. The stuff that they see and don't see that we do. If it goes unnoticed, we will find somebody to cheer for us. We will find somebody to cheer for us. And that doesn't always mean an affair. That doesn't always mean another woman. It could be the bros on Call of Duty. I had 17 kills and everybody's like, oh, you're a beast, bro. You did great that round. It could be an NBA 2K. Oh my God, bro. You got to be in my pickup game. we're going to find a way to be celebrated. We're going to find a way to get that reward. And so we would prefer to have it. What I've heard from a lot of women is, I do celebrate him. I mean, I got to do it every day. Like, God, I just got to be this man's cheerleader every day. And it's like, if the man is putting up 40 points a game, act like it. That's all I'm saying. When a woman tells a man thoughtfully and unsolicited, I think.
Would you say that in the relationships you've been in, that you've been celebrated? Like, or have you ever felt that, like, a woman that like celebrates you, you know what I mean, and appreciates you in the way that she tells you, not necessarily just do the thing, you know what I mean? Because oftentimes what you'll find is, if I've seen this, where because I do a thing or you do a thing right, then they'll return it in a gesture versus vocalizing it. Mm. So have you ever been in a relationship, or do you feel that like you've not gotten the celebration that you have deserved in relationships?
I'm not gonna go so far as to say celebrate it, but I do a lot of things, and people are very appreciative of me when I'm around them like that in a situation to whereas in I'm there and able to be in a position to do a lot of different things for them, and they appreciate.
But I'm not talking about like
they don't. I can't say that I'm celebrated. That's a different word,
right? And so like the thing is I'm not talking about like, oh, you fixed my car, thank you. I'm talking about like, you're here.
That's celebrating.
I mean, and I'm just saying like you're here. I appreciate what you do for the family. I appreciate that what you do for, you know what I mean? Like the actual
that's celebrating. That's celebrating your achievements, or
that's just celebrating you, not the fact that you just did a thing for me. So like I
understand that. Okay. That's what I'm saying. That's celebrating the contribution that you give to the family on a day-to-day basis.
Right.
Okay, exactly. And again, I say no.
Oh, you said no, you haven't been celebrating that way.
I've never felt celebrated. No. But I've been, like I say, I've got complimented, for doing things, you know what I'm saying, and doing a good job or whatever. But celebrated, I can't say that's no.
Yeah, no, I will say that like with me and my wife, like she has like what we do is like she fixes my lunch, and so like she'll put up on the and I go to bed a little early because I have to get up really early to get, you know what I mean. And so what she'll do is she has like she'll have like a note on the fridge, and she'll write like, we appreciate you, we love you, and you have a great day. Like every now and then I'll get like those, you know what I mean?
No, see, I don't know nothing about that. See, because pretty much in all my relationship, at some point I feel like that no, I can't say all. I've had one, but
let's just say majority.
Just majority. Yeah. That no, I don't know. I don't get celebrated. I can't say that. I don't know. Maybe I don't even know what it feel like to be celebrated.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just, I do things because I know that it's my job and I do it.
And I get that.
I don't. No, because nobody comes to me and just like you said, your wife do. I've never experienced that.
No, and I get it. And I think that like when I see those notes, right? When I see those notes, that is something that I think about throughout that whole day. And you know what I mean? It's something that I appreciate. And I think that also, I hate the fact that a lot of us are having to go without getting, you know what I mean? Like, because you're sitting there and it's almost like the idea, and I understand this, but it's the idea of like, once I've gotten comfortable with you presenting and providing the things that you are providing, now these things don't have as such a high value to me, because this is what you're supposed to be doing at this point. This is my expectation of you, and this is what you know what I mean? This is what I expected, and you're just doing that. At some point, that just becomes, oh, this is what he does. Even on the other side, this is just what she does. You know what I mean? we don't necessarily appreciate the thing that has become the norm. Once it becomes the norm, then it's just the, you know what I mean? I expect this of you, and so you're just doing what you're supposed to be doing.
So in the aspect in which you're using, or I guess the literal definition of the word, would a birthday party, you're having a birthday dinner, whatever, that's considered.
Well, I mean, I guess that's just them celebrating.
Yeah.
Them celebrating your
So I'm asking
birthday.
you that see, because me, I take that aside. I think that those are two different.
They are.
Okay, well then see, that's what I'm making sure that I'm not saying nobody's ever thrown a birthday,
Yeah, that's completely
to a
different.
birthday dinner, you know what I mean? Recognizing my birthday, I've had that. Your mother done that for me. My wife has done that for me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
completely
I've had
different.
that, but that exactly to me it's different too. So I'm just trying to make sure that we in the same place,
Yeah, no, I think that's 100% like that. Those are two different things. Your birthday is just that one day every year that you just do the thing.
Exactly.
But it's like, yeah, you appreciating me enough to tell me that you appreciate me and the things that I contribute. That's completely different than, oh, it's my birthday.
Yeah, I always felt like it was. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Okay. I mean, hey, smart man. Sometimes, hey, you on the podcast. Sometimes it'd be smart to leave that shit alone.
Yeah.
Let me see. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go to the one that you actually wanted to get to. Let me. Where are we? No, you're up here, I think. And this is gonna spark a conversation that you wanted to have last week, and I think it's gonna be a dope conversation. Oh, there you go. I keep on skipping over the joint. That's crazy. There you go. It was this one here.
Dating a man who can't help you financially is a waste of time. Let's be real. A lot of men have no intention of building anything meaningful with you. They just want the benefits of being with a good woman without any of the responsibilities. I'm not saying a man should pay all of a woman's bills the moment he meets her. But if he's not willing to step up and provide as the relationship grows, he's wasting your time. Real men want to provide. It makes them feel good knowing they are taking care of their woman so she doesn't have to carry the burden alone. Only a bum will make excuses and claim it's not his responsibility. Period. Dating a man who
Yeah.
And what was the reason that you wanted to speak in this lane?
Really, to be honest, is I think that we're at a point in the world today that we are being too hard on women. Too hard on women from a certain standpoint. And where I'm talking about is the ones that we call like Shaquita and stuff like that. I think that they really want to be loved just like anybody else. They just don't know how to get the love that they want because they don't have an example or anything to pull from to lead them in the right direction, or to not necessarily lead them into the right direction, but to be able to identify what they're looking for. So, so what I'm saying is that we call it gold digging. I don't know what they call it now. Just so many names for it.
And
Go ahead. All that kind of stuff. I believe that what they do is they choose a man with their eyes and not with their brains, because they want everything that everybody else wants. And if everybody else want it, then what is it really worth? Well, because if everybody's going after and I'm speaking as a man, being human. If you the hottest thing on the market, and everybody's after you, the less you feel like you have to do to get what you want.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I feel like that they are doing is they are doing whatever they think it takes to get a so-called man. I don't think they men. I call them Tyrone.
Well, Tyrone's a man.
But I think he's a male.
I see. There's a differentiation. I understand what you're saying.
Okay, I don't think just because you're a male.
So what is this? What does this get back to the financial part of it? Like the financial part?
Yeah. The thing of it is that you got guys out there, Tyrones, that if you're not buying them stuff, if you're not giving them stuff, if you're not pretty much financing what they got going on, they give you these sad sob stories, then they make you feel like that they don't want nothing to do with you. And then a lot of them don't. They come and tear you down. You struggling, you trying to do right. It's because I don't think, my point is, I don't think Shaquitas are Shaquitas by choice. I think they are Shaquitas by circumstance. That's my point. And I feel
what does
like
that have to do with the financial contribution that a man should make to a woman?
That's my point at all. In Shaquita grow up and look at, I don't know what they be looking at or whatever, and they don't get that part.
What?
The guys call them gold diggers and all of this kind of stuff because they want him to do something for them instead of just coming with a wee and some conversation and being cute.
Well, I mean, what you will find is that people qualify for what they qualify for. So based on what you're doing, the way you look, because guys are visual people, what you look like, what you're doing with yourself, your attitude, you know what I mean? All of these things will give you the outcomes that you're going to get. So that certain motherfuckers going to be off limits just because of who you are. You know what I mean? So you'll never see like Quee trying to holler at a dude in the slacks and hard bottoms. You know what I mean? The cleaned up, that she already know that bro probably not gonna put up with a lot of the stuff that she got going on, and so she ain't gonna talk to bro. I do believe that in general, and this is what I would teach my daughters as well. Like my daughter as well. Like there is a requirement that a guy has to meet in order for you to deal with him. You're not just finna deal with a dude that's just, you know what I mean, bro ain't keeping no job, bro ain't doing nothing with himself. Yeah, no, he's definitely a Passover, bro. For sure. I do believe that there is a requirement, or you should have a standard for the person that you're seeking. I do 100% agree with that. But when we're going to talk about like Quee and what she deserved, which regardless of what you think you deserve or whatever, we use the word deserve. I think that your results are a product of what you are, what you put out into the world. Your results are a product of that. So, you know what I mean? You can sit and say like, oh, I deserve this, or this is this value. This shit is only as valuable as what somebody going to pay for it.
And I agree with you on that point. But at the same time, I think that when I say what I say, I'm looking at the fact that I think that this goes for any woman. If you get her heart, if you get her to love you, then she'll make the necessary changes.
No, see, the thing is that it sounds good. The thing is, those changes are much harder than what you talk about. So it's like the idea of a person that say like, or sometimes you'll hear women say, when I'll become more feminine when I get the certain type of man. If you ain't been feminine your whole life, you just can't flip a switch and become feminine. That's just not what it is. You know what I mean? You
that's
can't
where we
turn
disagree.
into.
That's where we disagree.
It's not.
I think there's anomalies, OleHead. I don't think everybody. I don't think nobody that Shaquita's just a lost cause.
See, don't go to an extreme. I didn't just say an extreme thing. I'm talking about when I speak, it's more in general. but not every single case. There are certain people. Hell, Jeffrey Dahmer was eating people.
Yeah, I understand that.
So don't go to a everybody. What I'm talking about is just in general. You can't just flip a switch on. That's like a man becoming like a leader. Just because you get with a woman don't mean you can lead. Oh, I'm waiting for a woman to make me a leader. Like, nigga, if you ain't got the leadership characteristic, this is a learned behavior. If you haven't learned to be a leader, you fucking can't lead. Period. You just not turning on no leadership.
Okay, so can that guy that you just talked about, can he be taught to lead?
He can.
Okay, so then Shaquita can be taught to be.
Well, the only thing I'm saying is that she can be taught, right? But then there's got to be a guy
that's a
willing
contradiction to what you
no,
just said.
No. It's not a contradiction. I just said that you can't flip a switch and it just happened. What I'm saying is that it is a learned thing that's over time. So then you also have to find a dude that meets the criteria that you're looking for, that is willing to take the time for you to become this person. You see what I'm saying?
And then, okay. And then I think that if you find such a guy, because there's some out here.
Well, what I'm gonna tell you is
if you find such a guy, then that's your person.
It sounds good. Most guys that are at a certain place that meets the requirements and all this stuff that's gonna get you to do whatever this thing is, become this feminine, whatever. Bro ain't finna sit and wait for you to figure it out. He's going to find someone that is already that.
Then he's not your person.
Well, no, you just have to deal with what you got to deal with, because there's not many people. There's not many people unless you talk about some shit where you get like, there are certain dynamics that will a certain person will be willing to give up. You know what I mean? Like when you look at like the age differences, there's some older dudes that's willing to put up with some shit from some younger women just because of them getting the younger woman and blah blah blah. But if you talk about like, we are peers.
Mm-hmm.
A dude, we both 35. I'm not finna try to build you into this thing. That what the fuck is the purpose of this?
Okay,
how long does this take? Because we don't know how long this takes.
Okay. See, but
you talking about years for sure. You're talking about years to change actual behavior.
Yeah.
So that you don't revert back, nigga. You talking about this is therapy. This is all kinds of shit.
About all the therapy.
Oh yeah, what I'm saying, you think that people can't just change, nigga? We are not like we just aren't, because you're experienced.
Okay, but so well then let's put it this way then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what if life and the situations that you had to face in your life changed you to this person,
or made you who you are,
or made you let's just say made you who you are,
right?
Okay, so that wasn't who you started out to be. So the person that you
started out when?
I'm talking about, if you, let's say you started dating.
Quickly, generally, this is what she knows.
Exactly. Say you started dating when you was 15.
Okay.
And from 15 to
35.
28, 35. I don't care. Go ahead. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You met these quote unquote so-called Tyrone type guys.
Mm-hmm.
And they used you, and they did this and they did that, and they took your money, and they,
mm-hmm.
put you in a, you know what I mean? All of this stuff, whatever they did.
Right.
Okay. Then you had to harden your heart or harden your whatever,
right,
to get to the point where you could deal with somebody like that and not always end up getting,
mm-hmm.
completely done in.
Okay.
You still gonna take some shit, because Tyrone, you got to give up something or he ain't gonna be there anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say you that person. And then you meet somebody that was a nice person or whatever, and they showed you a different way.
Mm-hmm.
And through them showing you a different way, let's say you fell in love with them.
Okay.
So you saying that person, that Shaquita, could not change?
No, all I'm saying is that he has to be willing to put up, because the thing about it is, if you was raised in this thing and you've been this way for an extended period of time, when turmoil comes, you revert back to who you are, regardless of whatever. Yeah, he treated me nice, so I put this character on, because at the end of the day, this is something that you don't know. You're putting a character on, but when the thing hits, when the times, you know what I mean, when
mm-hmm.
they get rough, you're gonna revert back to who you are. When things don't go your way, you're gonna revert back to who you are naturally. So if he's gonna wait out and wait until you actually change into, who knows how long.
So you saying that they could change?
It's possible
but
for
see,
people
you ain't
to
never
change
said
in general.
That. You ain't
no,
never...
what I'm saying, it's possible for people to change in general, but like, who's gonna bank on this shit? I'm at 35. At 35, bro, I'm not coming. That's like the idea people talk. Well, women say this all the time. Like, what is it? The idea of, what is it? Fuck, the word they use. Don't deal with somebody based on. It's like the fact that they could be something. What's that word? There's a word that they use. On potential. Dating on potential.
Yeah.
That sounds good, but that goes both ways. If your attitude fucked up, and what I'm gonna date to one day, maybe you will change your attitude. No, the fuck I'm not, nigga. I'm 35, 40 years old. Why am I trying to figure that out? I'm not finna wait because possibly you the fuck may not, because this is all you know. That's why you, at the end of the day, and this is Tyrone, Shaquita, wherever you fit wage wise, you qualify for certain stuff. And certain stuff you don't qualify for. But you can find a dynamic that you can, you know what I mean, start to sway these qualifications. Somebody's going to be more willing to put up with certain things than others. If you start, you know what I mean, maybe he's the less attractive dude. Maybe he's big. You know what I mean? Maybe, you see what I'm saying? You start to maneuver the sliders. You start moving the sliders, and then you could possibly find this thing. But at the same time, nobody should be banking on for you to be a completely different person than you've been your entire life.
Okay. I feel like I've accomplished something tonight because I did get you to admit that it is possible.
Nigga, Jeffrey Dahmer ate people.
I understand that, but I'm just saying. So my point is, though, you have never said that, though.
I mean,
so I feel like, I feel like I won.
Hey, and I don't mind you feeling like you.
I mean, I feel like I won. You've always been steadfast on Shaquita can't be saved.
I ain't banking on it.
Okay, I ain't banking on it. I ain't asked you to put nail quarter up.
Yeah, I ain't got nail quarter for it.
All I wanted to do was get you to admit that there is hope. I ain't saying there's a big.
You know what I mean? We both know what a measuring tape hit for.
Okay, but I feel like there's hope for you. You know what I mean?
I mean, hey,
I feel like there's hope for you. Because I really feel like that Shaquita in the right circumstances will put that shit down. Because if you give a blind man sight,
it changes his whole perspective on life for sure.
Exactly.
Right.
But so I'm going, I'm just saying that
you got a cape on.
You can call it
I'm just asking you. It sounds like you got a cape.
I just ain't gonna give up on Quick. That's all I'm saying.
No, I feel it, and I don't think that we should just give up on people in general. You know what I mean?
But we can give up on Quick though.
No. I think we should give up on people in general. It's
no. That's where you was at.
Hold on.
That Quick just was
no
hope.
Oh no. At the end of the day, for myself, there's absolutely no chance for Quick.
Okay.
I'm not trying to figure out because I understand trauma. I understand trauma. I got my traumas.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And you know how long it take me to fucking unlearn all of this stuff that I learned?
Yeah.
To figure out, and I'm still unlearning shit at this point.
I understand.
You know what I mean? So I'm not. No, that doesn't make sense for any man or any woman to be sitting there trying to date for the possibility that this motherfucker gonna stop hitting me upside my head if I be a little bit more, he might stop slap. No, he probably gonna keep slap every time he gonna slap shit at you because this is what he know.
But now I want to use that word again. But if she got potential though, if you can see,
this is your problem. You're so, and then I ain't gonna say it's your problem. What I'm saying is that you don't believe that you're not fair. You're not fair because if we were talking about Tyrone, You wouldn't have any
don't
motherfucking slack for Tyrone. He gonna be Tyrone.
Man the fuck up.
Okay, but
up.
And I don't disagree.
And that's why it ain't fair. Because it's a double-edged sword.
So you telling me?
You
don't believe? So you telling me that if Tyrone find him a good woman that can help nurture him into a place to where he could be,
that ain't her job. That ain't her job.
So it's his job to nurture her into a place to where she can.
That's right. He's the man. He's supposed to tote the note.
And in a,
that's right.
I understand and agree with a piece of this thing, but I'm more equal than you are.
I understand what you say.
I'm more equal than you are because you have the. I think honestly, I believe that in today's time we're trying to have this equality thing where women have always had the privilege to exist, whereas we have always been held to a standard.
That's right. That's right. The way I come from.
But and I understand that. But at the same time, and at this point, I think that we're very much so critiquing women a lot more than they've ever heard in their entire lives. And we are seeing that this is like the worst time for relationships. Once men start critiquing, this is the worst time for relationships, period. Before, when it was just niggas ain't shit, niggas was still loving women and women was loving us. And as soon as niggas start talking shit back, now this is the worst time period to be looking for relationships ever. You know what I mean? And so I think that I do think that they deserve more grace than we give ourselves because we are the leaders. I believe that a man should be the leader.
Son, it's what you on today, sir?
No, this is just what I believe.
But I've never heard.
Oh, but I'm still gonna critique you though.
Okay,
I'm still gonna critique you. Like at the end of the day, you get a little grace, but there's still a line. It ain't. I ain't going where you going. I ain't going where you going. See, you just got them. You know what I mean? Pick up. I ain't with. If you walking, I ain't got nothing for you. You walking, but you know what I mean? I'm not gonna give you my other car. I got two, but you can't have one though. And I'm not gonna be driving you to work and you dropping me. I ain't going. You know what I mean? I'm beyond that. And thank God, but I ain't going. You know what I mean? I thank y'all for that. I ain't going. So if you got, I think Tyrone, you know what I mean? You and Tyrone put a couple quarters together, baby, y'all share a car. Or more than likely, he's gonna be driving your shit.
Share a car with you.
He's gonna be driving your shit.
Tyrone, either he gonna be driving your shit, or he gonna get you to put your name on some shit for him.
Ooh,
that's what I'm talking about.
That, I mean, and this, I'm not debating that part.
And that's
at the same time. So this is what my advice would be.
But hold up. And this is that's my point. She want a man so bad that she's willing to do dumb shit to keep a boy that ain't even a man.
My thing would be is it's all about what you believe you qualify for. So it's not only just what you qualify for, it's also what you believe you qualify for.
So they just be lying to themselves then.
What I'm saying,
so they don't believe what they believe. They don't, because my experience, women always think they qualify for more than what they actually qualify.
Because it sound good. That's just when they just yip yap. You mean that's when they gum bumping. But in reality, if you actually value yourself, you don't believe it in real life because you wouldn't be fucking with bruh if you believe what you talking.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? Okay. If you believed it, then you wouldn't be fucking with bruh. You'd be beyond that.
Okay. All right. Okay. I still think we made some ground though. Because I've been knowing you a pretty long time.
Yeah, I believe so.
I've been knowing you a pretty long time.
I believe so.
And so with that in mind,
I don't feel like I buzzed your nickel.
You don't feel like
I don't believe I buzzed your nickel. This is what I would already say.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you, me being in the position that I'm in and knowing you as long as I've known you, I think your square moved a little bit.
Hey.
Like you said with Quick now, I think your square moved a little bit. I ain't never got you to say that.
We got to pull the tape out.
We got to pull the tape out.
We got to pull the tape out.
Okay,
Just measure. Right. I'm going to need to measure it. We got to pull it out.
Okay.
With a digital gauge. I don't want the John where you sitting there trying to eye the shit, take the glass. I need a digital gauge so we can see exactly how much the move was. Because I don't think it was very far at all.
I'm just going to say, I think you've grown a little bit in that area.
Yeah, no.
In order to get to where we got to
no
today.
BS. What I will say,
okay,
is that when everything dropped during COVID, it seemed like, I'm not sure, but from my recollection, during COVID is where the critique of women started.
Mm-hmm.
And it was loud as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of us had the emotion towards the thing. It's like, man, I done been through all this shit. I feel very strongly about such and such. So you have a strong emotion towards the thing because of what you've been through. But over time, as long as you ain't sitting there just absorbing and taking all that same thing in over and over, then you can humanize and give a little grace. Okay. Because it's you mean humanizing and giving a little grace. At the end of the day, I understand women more now than I. You know what I mean? I ain't really give a fuck during COVID. I wasn't trying to hit. You know what I mean? Looking at Kevin Samuels, gotcha, bitch. You know what I mean? Kevin Samuels was on their head. I feel like Kevin Samuels was definitely on their head, and it made all of the sense. Which I still think it was true. You know what I mean? They said the delivery was a little tough. Which dealing with women, you got to deal with women a lot more. You know what I mean? They need to be dealt with.
They expect that.
And I mean, we
women expect that.
We should understand that as men. You know what I mean? I don't deal with my wife and say the things directly the way I would say it to you. It just makes sense. Like in general, you can't, even though this whole push for it, we have to understand that they don't want to really be like us. You may say this thing, but you don't really want to do this thing. You know what I mean? If you're pretty, you still want that privilege. If you're just women have privilege in general, you know what I mean? We acquiesce and allow you to voice your opinions more than we don't check you like we check each other. Y'all just have a lot more grace. You should be appreciative of that. And I think that I don't know, man. I was thinking that like us having the relationship conversations was going to bring us closer together at some point. But I don't have any confidence in that anymore. I think that it's going to continue to get worse. I think it's going to continue to get worse.
I can agree with you. I can agree with you on that last statement you just made. I think so too. You already know where I stand. I think it's going to go left. I think it's going to be a replacement there somewhere.
Oh, you talking about the robot joint?
Yeah.
You been on the robot joint.
And the AR.
AI. Oh, you talking about augmented reality? Okay.
AR. I think that's going to change a lot. And if women don't start making smarter decisions when it comes to Tyrones and their relationships or whatever.
You think they should deal with Tyrones?
No, I don't
smarter,
think.
Oh, you saying not to deal with them?
Exactly. Okay, I said smarter decisions.
I see what you're saying. Got you.
Yeah.
The thing is, you qualify what you qualify for. Oh, you can't sit here and act like the thing, bro. People yearn for companionship. At the end of the day, you know
what I think they're attracted to the most about Tyrone is his confidence and his, I'm gonna say,
you might be giving a nigga too much
or whatever.
You giving a nigga too much. No.
Because the nigga wrong, and he and everybody know, even her know that he wrong. But it's the confidence and his aggressive, aggressive manner that attracts them.
I think,
and then they get lost in the sauce, and then they make dumb decisions.
I think that you're kind of like putting the Tyrone on it, as if like how white people put like the locks on black men, mean to you such and such. Just because you Tyrone, you can be Tyrone and be a great person.
You can be Tyrone and be a great person, but they don't want your ass though.
Well, I mean,
they don't want you though. See, that's why I say that's not the Tyrone I'm talking about.
But what I'm saying is that they still deal with the dudes. You mean they still those guys? The thing is, we want companionship.
Yeah, but
so there's a what you'll date what you qualify for. That is the overarching premise to the whole thing.
And that's Tyrone too. The Tyrone you just named. The Tyrone you just named,
right?
He got old girl. She about 50.
She could be
40.
older.
She in her 40s to 50s or whatever, somewhere along in there, and she dealing with that Tyrone you talking about.
Okay.
But the Tyrone I'm talking about that Shaquita be picking up ain't that Tyrone. They don't want that nigga. They don't want the one you talking about, the nice guy, Tyrone, you know. Okay. You see what I'm saying? They don't want him. That's not the Tyrone that Quick we date.
Right.
Quick we don't date him. Old girl date him.
Mm-hmm.
She done
divorced,
her husband died, whatever. Right. You know what I mean? That's who dates him.
Okay.
The one you talking about.
I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? So, but we talk about Quick. We're not talking about them.
Oh yeah, she dates the more rugged one. I see what you're saying.
Okay. We
getting nigga. I can understand the point and evolve in the conversation. Go ahead, continue.
Yeah. So my point is that Tyrone that Quick we want is the one she need to be running from.
Mm-hmm.
It's the one she needs to be running from. She know what he, but see, you say she shouldn't run from him because she don't qualify for nothing else.
No, I'm not saying that she shouldn't run from that dude specific. Now that you painted the differentiation between the two guys, I'm not saying that she should. What I'm saying is that you still qualify for what you qualify for. So if you run from him and get it, you qualify for what you qualify for. Doesn't matter. Like you're still going to be in the ballpark of the same thing.
Okay.
Regardless, it's still going to be there. And you know what I mean? Because of your attitude. See, the thing is, it's not. See, what makes you stay in that whole zone is that it's just your attitude. It's the way you respond to turmoil. It's the way you respond to no, the word no. The way you respond to the word no. Your expectations. You know what I mean? It's you. That's the reason why you're not. It's not about how. You can be whatever archetype you want to be. If you treat a man good, you can get a good man. But Quick, she can't get over the attitude part. That hood shit, can't get out that cussing in the neck and all of that shit. She can't get beyond that. So you're gonna have to deal with what you got to deal with, and that's just it. You can't unlearn that shit. You see what I'm saying? When the last time you seen a motherfucker unlearn the real shit? That's very rare. It's very rare. It's not many. If you do evolve, then your options will evolve with you. And let's just go to the comments before we move into what the meat and potato is. Look like Unk say, why does a man have to put up with so much as to get a woman can be so judgmental towards men? Why does a man have to put up with so much to get a woman that can be so judgmental towards men? And he says, why does a man have to put up? Okay, maybe this is him fixing it. Why does a woman have to put up with why does a man have to put up with so much from a woman, and a woman have all rights to be so judgmental towards men? Hey, I think that, man, that's just kind of, at the end of the day, you're going to have to put up with, you know what I mean? We're not going to see things out of eye just because we're different. You know what I mean? Men and women are going to be different. We're going to see things differently. You're going to have to put up with the shit. And you're going to have to we have to give more grace than is given to us. And you have to understand that you pick your battles. Like, the funny thing is, like, we pick our battles, and people say, yeah, pick your battles. Like, my wife has told me when I was on, you know what I mean, getting on her about a specific thing, you pick your battles. I'm like, yeah, but I did, though. This is the one that I'm going with, though. You know what I mean? I decided for sure this is the one. Because I could have did the last one and the one before. I didn't do those.
Yeah.
I picked this one.
Yeah.
And I'm standing on this one. You know what I mean? Yeah. But if you make her hot or you make them hot and just go off my wife, just women and drink, that word no is one of them words, or being on the opposing side, it just gets really hectic. Let me see. And he says, women like a man with a bit of edge to him. I'd agree.
Yeah, I'd agree. That's what Tyrone got.
Quick want Tyrone because she can control Tyrone. It is as if she have a grown baby. She has all power over him because he comes with nothing except being able to have sex with her. I think
I can agree with some. I think I can agree with that. I couldn't see where he going with it.
Yeah.
You know, but 9 times out of 10, if she got a Tyrone, she taking care of his ass. She taking care of his ass. And the thing about that was she don't
and
realize.
that's shout out to a black woman, bro. Black women gonna keep a damn job.
Yeah.
Black women will keep
they
a
gonna
job.
keep a job. Yeah.
You know what I mean? They definitely, a lot of dudes, you mean, find stability from women.
Yeah.
And I hate that they have to go through that. And I think that that's the thing. Like, I think that your options are a reflection of what you present. I just think so. Like, it's tough, but like I think so. Or it's like, oh, you choose people who choose you. A lot of times that be a thing too. Like you deal with who, you know what I mean? Your presentation, you deal with who deal with you, and so you end up just in that scenario. Men and women alike.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oftentimes as a man, you just like who like you. You know what I mean? But I think that women, because of us being more in that hunter space, they end up just having to deal with the niggas that are willing to deal with them. And so, you know what I mean, it's the tear John, like, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's rough. It's rough. Okay. I guess you got anything to add to that conversation, or we gonna transition over to the meat and potatoes?
Yeah, I thought you said you wanted to transition over. I just, I just want to say that, I think, that I think that dating Shaquita and I might get in trouble for saying this, but
don't put yourself on no.
I think dating Shaquita is like dating women with money. Resources, whatever you want to call it.
See, the thing is that I don't think that there's a tax bracket for Kwikwi.
Okay, but listen to what I'm saying. I think dating Shaquita is like resembles dating a woman with money, because it don't matter to her what you got.
Oh, I disagree, because I think Kwikwi would value what you, if you have something, Kwikwi gonna value it.
I understand that. I understand that. But that's what I'm saying. But if you flip that and you come back over here to the money, she got what she has. And she don't really need you for anything. You see what I'm trying to say?
I'm not quite getting the
Kwikwi don't care about your money. In her mind, she do, but she don't care about your money. Because if she did, she wouldn't be taking care of your ass.
Oh, I see.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now look at it.
I see what you're saying.
You see, because she wouldn't be taking care of your ass if she really cared about your money.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then if you flip it over here, she don't care about your money because she got money.
Yeah, see, I think that what you end up kind of figuring out is that the money ain't the thing, it's character. On both sides of the
exactly.
thing, it's not
on
the money.
Both
it's
sides, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like you talking about the character of Kwikwi.
Right.
And then
I'm talking about your character as the man.
Yeah.
So like you can be with a woman like a woman that's taking care of you. If your character is of a certain ilk, she'll fuck around and let you, you mean? But then even if she got money and she don't, either way, it's not about your finances on either end. It's more about the character.
Exactly.
And so, yeah, I can see the parallel.
Okay, then. Yeah. So it's crazy when you have to sit back and look at the lens from both sides and being able to compare the two. When you can sit back and compare the two, then what can you say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I would say 100% as a man, if you care about a woman's money, it makes no sense. It makes no sense to
I agree
care
100%.
about like if she
I think
got
it's a
something, that's
mosquito
her
here,
shit.
bro.
You know what I mean? If she got something, that's her shit. She gon' you know what I mean it's not gonna it doesn't matter. So like the idea of like, oh, she got this degree and she got that, like to to pedestalize that, it doesn't really make a real difference unless you believe that like her degrees and stuff means that she's gonna be sharper, which means that then she would have the ability to uh, uh break down and understand your points of view logically differently. If that's what you believe, which I don't necessarily believe that, but if that's what you believe, then it makes sense. But like as far as her money and her accolades and that, it doesn't really matter.
No.
It is not relative to what the relationship's gonna look like. You know what I mean? And it is. I don't really. I. I don't honestly. This is an understanding amongst men in general. Like I don't know, like nigga, I don't know a nigga that be like, oh yeah, she make this kind of money, so I'm gonna deal with her. Like that's definitely Tyrone. Got to be. I can't think of a nigga that's like got. You know what I mean, if you on your feet and you able to do something for yourself, like yeah, nah, you ain't dating a woman because she can give it because she got a house. Like you know what I mean, it's not the same as it on the other side. Um, I think we got another one. No, we don't. Okay, so I wanted to get into like let's transition over to like the father son conversation, and I was talking to a homie earlier, right, and it almost had him in tears. Conversation that we were not almost, he was in tears talking to me about it, and I respect, I appreciate being able to have those conversations with men and my brothers. You know what I mean that's actually something that I appreciate that people like are willing to, you know what I mean, share their emotional, vulnerable situations. And the conversation pretty much came down to the idea of like not having the tough conversations with dad. And it's almost like the idea of, and so in my mind, while he was saying it, he was talking about like the idea, like him not having the tough conversations about the things that affected him and that made him the man that he is. And then in my mind, first thing I went to was like forgiveness. You know what I mean, you have the conversation and forgive, but it does not erase the impact that it has on you as a man. You know what I mean, even if I forgive you for that thing, it doesn't change the fact that the trauma was created from it. And I don't even like to use the word trauma. It's like the result of that situation still manifests itself in my life, and I can't erase it just because we talked about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or it's like, so what is the value in talking about it if it doesn't erase or make, you know what I mean? And so, and I know like with my granddad, I didn't get to meet him, but you talk about your relationship. And I feel like there are some things, a lot of things that like you didn't necessarily get to speak with him about. But I think that you probably attempt to forgive him for, but it still is there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I guess my question would be, do you think there's actual value? And I have my own opinion, but do you believe that there's actual value in having the tough conversations? Or should you just try to move on and just like, have the best relationship that y'all can have and not even go back and expose these wounds that were already there? Just leave the band-aid on.
I think that it does a lot of good to go ahead and have a conversation, because what it does is it leaves the person that needs that conversation, it leaves them with a void to whereas in you can go left or you can go right, and it's based off your character or how you feel about a situation as to which way you will go. So, but I think it's a mosquito in here, man. But anyway, the thing about it is that
mosquito.
Yeah, it's a mosquito in
Good,
here.
good.
Yeah. I'm old, so that's how we pronounce it. Mosquito. Okay. But anyway, there's value in it because it gives you a direction. You don't get to choose a direction. You see what I'm saying? You don't get to make up.
Okay.
You get the true answer if the person you talk to is a truthful person.
Mm-hmm.
You get the true answer, and then you have to deal with the answer, not what you think the answer could be.
I see.
Because one day you can be over here, next day you could be over here.
Mm-hmm.
But if you get it from the horse's mouth and you can believe what they say, then now you can't do nothing but deal with the fact. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
that's hard.
That in itself could help you get to closure faster than you going back and forth, because you never really get closure because you never really know the answer.
Mm-hmm.
You just know what you think the answer could have been. And you come up with scenarios to support what you really, really believe.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't have no proof.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that we have hard talks a lot. I've had a lot of talks where you understood things to be one way, but when I explained it to you from start to finish how it actually was and how I got to that point, then you can see how I could have made the wrong choice or why I made the decision that I made. Even if you don't agree with the delivery or how it happened, you could understand why I did the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So then that gives you closure, because now you know what happened, you know why it happened, and then you know what you got out of and what you could have got out of if you had known said thing before.
No, I absolutely agree. I didn't think about it in that way. But I absolutely agree. Once you and see, the thing is that, like, and this is the way I live my life too. Like, the tough conversation, I think that we should just get it out the way. We should go ahead and have that tough conversation, because, like you say, like, at the end of the day, and we find this all the time, like, and I call this thing out, like, with work and all kind of different things. Like, if you don't have the tough conversation, then it allows for you to come up with your own reasoning. And then you start to feel the way that you feel based on the way you came up with the whole shit. And you could be completely wrong. And most likely you are completely wrong, because you're coming off of you're basing this off of how your experience.
Yeah.
And this is a whole different person's experience. So you know what I mean? You're not even humanizing the individual, because you're sitting there thinking about it the way that you would react to the thing and lining it up based on your understanding of the world. And this is, before we close, this is honestly what I would love for all of us to do, because it's helped me so much with my life and speaking with you, and then even speaking with Mom Dukes, is to talk to your parents about those tough things so that you can get the closure. Because what it did for me, us having the conversations that we've had, it's actually, like, I didn't know, like, I always had the question of, like, how do you build confidence? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How do you actually build confidence? And so, like, I've checked boxes along the way, right? I've done things and checked boxes, but at the same time, it's like, damn, I still don't feel like a confident person, because when I'm in the face of a let's say superior, you know what I mean? Let's say higher up manager, or these different spaces, or the white man, and he's, you know what I mean, in that position, I would always, like, almost cower. I wouldn't be able to express the way I felt in the genuine way. I would always, like, kind of like say, I ain't gonna really say nothing. Or when I was like, I just quit the job. Instead of voicing my opinion, I just quit the job, make that emotional decision rather than facing it head on, having that conversation and dealing with the thing as it you know what I mean, as it is. And in our relationship, we've had those conversations. And I don't know if it's just like, well, for me, being a man child, and to my father, that literally made it so that I'm not going to hide from a conversation with anybody. If I can sit here and do it with my pops, there's not a person around here that's, you know what I mean, that I feel that is superior to me, you know what I mean, than my pops, because he was always the guy I was looking up to. Like, even though, you know what I mean, even from afar, like, I look like this man. Everybody tell me I look like him. It's almost like you want to be like him. And so, like, you're emulating little things, you know what I mean? So, like, I was the hard bottoms, and, you know what I mean, the dressing up thing, like, I got that was from you, because, like, when I got to a place, the only thing I can remember is when you cleaned up, that's what you was on. And so like now, you know what I mean? That's what I wanted to be on. And so like I'm emulating these things that I saw. And so you were like the mountain. And then so like to have the conversation where I can express myself in a free way too. Because at first I couldn't express it freely. It was like the conversation would happen, and then like I would more listen than speak. And then it got into a point to where it's like, okay, well, now I'm building my confidence. You know what I mean? And this is going for me, and I can't say that this is going to work for everybody, but for me, the best way for me to do it was to build my confidence. I just built it off of you, the conversations that I had with you. So now I can speak to the boss man. I'm gonna be respectful, but I'm gonna get my point across. You know what I mean? And stand on what I believe and what I feel. And that goes with anybody at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the only way. When I say like, it sounds good to like get achievements, but I don't think that those things actually build confidence in the way that you think it does. It does, or at least for me, it didn't.
Yeah, and the other thing about that is that's why boys need their fathers in their lives, because usually your father is that mountain for you
100%.
to have to climb. And without him in your life, you never get to climb that mountain. And that's why your life be messed up. It's because you can't, there was certain things that you would have got out of that relationship that you never got. And it caused you to feel or react a certain way. And then that became the norm for you. And then that's you trying to be your own man and get your own direction and F him. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why it's so important for us as men. And I didn't really have that with my dad either, because my dad, number one, he died when I was such young, and he didn't get to the age that I got to with you, to whereas in we came together and start communicating.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because then I realized when all that started happening, it was when I realized what I missed from my dad and what I didn't learn and what I didn't get from my dad. And so therefore it made me want to give those things that I missed to you.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? From me while I'm still here. You know, he died when I was young. I don't know what would have happened. I don't know if we'd have got to where we're at. You know what I mean? I would like to think so, but I missed that. And that's why women need to understand your sons need their fathers.
Period.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit
too,
how fucked up he is. I don't care. He got something that his son needs from him. Whether it's the story about how he got fucked up, whether it's the story about why he did certain things. And then a lot of the time, we believe our parents did certain things that they really didn't do. It was just the way we perceived it and conjured it up in our minds.
100%.
And we need that clarity from them.
Absolutely.
You need it from you. It ain't the same if his uncle, his brother come and tell you, oh, your daddy, da 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 da. That ain't the same as your daddy saying it. That's just like people used to tell me, oh, your daddy loved you. I ain't never heard that man tell me he loved me. And I know how it affected me. You know what I'm saying? So we need our fathers.
100%.
And women need to recognize that we need our fathers. You know what I mean? And ain't nobody out here got a perfect dad. Nobody. I don't care who he is. His daddy wasn't perfect. He say he was, he telling a damn lie. Ain't a perfect man out here. You know what I'm saying? So he might have been perfect to you in your mind. You might have made him perfect, but he was not perfect.
No, I mean, and I would say that I've not met a person that thinks that their dad was perfect.
But I'm just saying, I'm just hypothetically speaking. You might make this man to be all this and all that, and I can tell you he's not. He has imperfections like everybody else. I'm not trying to shoot nobody's parent down or nothing like that. All I'm saying is nobody's perfect. 100%. So he made mistakes too, and maybe you didn't see them. You know what I mean? But they were there.
Yeah, no, and I think that I don't believe that exists. I think that at the end of the day, your kids do see your imperfections. But they're not going to say. Most times they don't say anything. But when they grow up, you might honestly, if you have the opportunity to speak with your child as an adult, I think that you would be doing yourself and your child a disservice not to have the conversation with them. You know what I mean? You might as well have that conversation with them because they're gonna hold that shit forever. You gone, and now they'll never get it.
That's right.
They'll never get
That's
it.
right.
And as the parent, because of that relationship dynamic, you should be the one to
have the conversation.
Just to start the thing. As the parent, that is your job.
That's right.
That is your job.
That's right. Because it's harder for you to come to me
Exactly.
to start that conversation than it is for me to come to you and start that conversation.
100%.
And so therefore, you know, that we say we men, be a man, step up to your son and have the conversation. Because I guarantee you, he got something he want to say.
Absolutely.
He got something
100%.
You know, so hey, and I think we about to close this out. And I just wanted to say, I ain't crazy over here. It's mosquitoes in this room, but it won't be next week because I'm gonna definitely get some bombs. I'm bombing this house. I can't take it. But anyway, I'm sitting over here like a madman. You know what I mean? I can't stand them mosquitoes, man.
The mosquitoes.
Yeah, mosquitoes. Yeah.
Mosquitoes.
That's right.
Y'all heard it here first. Heard it here first. Mosquitoes. Hey, no, but we're gonna be out of here, man. Next week we'll have Marquette back, man, and it'll be, you know what I mean, fruitful conversation as usual. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? You old head senior being here, man. I love the fact when we get to have these father-son conversations. And I think that next time it'll be a lot more planned out. We'll be able to put the thing together and make it, you know what I mean, make it all feel the way that it should.
I think it feels the way it should feel because we don't rehearse this. We don't plan this stuff. Most of the time, this stuff just comes off the cuff. And that's the most real. That's 100%. The most real. You know, it's not really planned as what the conversation is going to be or how we gonna get there and stuff like that. And I think it feels more real to people because it is real. You know, 100%. So you know, I enjoyed it. You know,
no, I enjoyed it as well. Hey, we appreciate y'all tapping in with us. We here every Saturday at 8:30. We have the To Be Fair show every Sunday at 6:30. And shout out to the Tubies, y'all. Hey, the Tubies gonna go up. We talking about getting a venue. And it's gonna, you know what I mean? I'm gonna put on something slick for their ass. Telling you now, we're gonna have may have a couple performances. You know what I mean? We got the Tubies. It'll be end of the year. We talking December, end of December time frame. Okay. But we also got Unpacked every Wednesday at 8 or 9:30 as well. Hey, we got a movement going on, man. I think, man, tap in, man. This is definitely a movement. It's just gonna get better from here. This is the floor, man. We've been doing it for a little while, but this is still the floor. We're gonna get better with it, and we appreciate everybody that been rocking with us. I guess, man, we out, man. We appreciate it. Hey, y'all stay blessed, man. Be blessed. Peace. Love y'all.